So to start off the video, I do want to say, and I do want to preface, this is a very hot topic, and I feel like I'm walking on thin ice even talking about it, but this is just going to be my theories on skill-based matchmaking, my opinions on the router thing, all of that jazz. Mind you, it's just my opinion. It doesn't make it right, it doesn't make it wrong, and I'm very open to seeing feedback about how people think about it also, and there's no right or wrong answer. Obviously, I'm gonna try to keep the toxicity out of the comments and all that, because I know this is a very hot topic at the moment, and I know a lot of people don't understand what people are talking about, because I have a lot of people asking me on Twitch chat, like, explain this, and I don't know exactly, but I just have some theories and I can explain it to you the best that I can. I'm going to try to keep it as straightforward as I can and be as open and honest as I can and see what you guys think about it. So to start off, I do want to preface that my job is a content creator, right? And I think that as a content creator, my previous content has been high kill games, tips and tricks, all that kind of stuff, right? And I feel like recently it's been very, very hard to get these high kill games with skill-based matchmaking cranked out to the max. And it is really hard to create content with maybe sniping or trying out just like, I guess you could say like fun guns in really high skill-based lobbies. A lot of other people are just queuing into lobbies that I just don't understand how nobody is shooting back, like, and it's just consistent. And obviously the people that are getting these lobbies are extremely skilled, of course, but very frustrating as a content creator to struggle making content and then seeing people get 50, 60, 70, 90, 100 bombs like every game. And I'm like, how is that possible? So I'm just informing people about what could be happening, what is potentially happening. So onto the topic of skill-based matchmaking. This is my theory on how skill-based matchmaking works. And nobody really knows, to be honest. And I say this all the time on stream too. Unless you wrote the code for skill-based matchmaking, you really have no idea. Everybody has a theory about it, but nobody really knows because they didn't actually write the code for it. And I think the code for skill-based matchmaking goes way more in depth than a lot of people think. I think a lot of people say if you die 5 times back to back, then the lobbies will be easier. Or if you land in and just don't kill anybody and like place endgame, like the lobbies will be easier. And I think it goes way more in depth than that. A lot of people say that I play solo squads because it divides my KD by 4, and that's the lobbies I get, and that definitely is not true. I saw Call of Duty a while ago tweet out they had 75 million players, and mind you, those players may not all be playing now, of course, because that's a ton of players or a ton of accounts. But when I play Warzone every day for 10 hours a day, like I'm only finding people with DMRs and MAC-10s, right? And then I think about it more, I'm like, okay, if there's 75 million players, there's no way that everybody is rocking a DMR and a MAC-10. Like I know there's those people out there, the casual people, which is completely okay. Like that love their M4, that love their SCAR, that love their MP7. Like where are they in my games? Where are the people that love their SCAR H or love their M4? Where are they in my lobbies? And I think that basing that on skill base, I know that I feel like skill-based matchmaking is a lot more in depth than people think, like tracking your specific gun KDs, your specific guns that you choose a lot, all of that stuff. I think it tracks a lot of that stuff. And I think the skill-based matchmaking system is really intelligent from a business standpoint. Of course, from a business standpoint, it is incredibly smart because you can't have really good players just beating up on the bad players all day long. Warzone, I feel like, is 99% just casual players, and there's nothing wrong with that. So you cannot have the top 1% just beating up, just dropping crazy bombs against the casual players, or else the casual players aren't going to play because they aren't enjoying it. So skill-based matchmaking is really smart to make sure that the casual player enjoys their experience. There is nothing wrong at all if people are enjoying the game. But I think it comes down to a point of, for content creators trying to make content, don't care about 10 kill games or 15. They're like, yo, Joe, drop 40. Like, drop a 40 kill game in quads as a solo. And like, I'm definitely trying my hardest, but it's definitely tough for streamers and for casual players. It is a literal lose-lose, knowing that the casual players can't just die to really good players, but also streamers facing people that are incredibly good all day long in a non-ranked casual play system is tough. It's such a bad point, especially now with this new router trick and what people are doing to get into these easier lobbies. It's a literal lose-lose because they can't do anything about protecting bad players, because now seeing good players hunt down these bad player lobbies is bad. But then the bad players are just probably being smoked by high skilled players. So then they also are like, screw Warzone. So we're just at a bad point. So going into the next topic of this router situation and people VPNing. This is my theory on it. There's certain routers and certain VPNs that you can set your location to a specific area. And I've heard Canada, Hawaii, other places have a lower skill-based players because they don't have a ton of active players. So like me, at any time of the day, 7 a.m., 7 p.m., 3, like it doesn't matter. On the East Coast, I feel like there's always people playing, and it could always fill skill-based lobbies because there's always people playing. But in places like Canada, Hawaii per se, in certain spots, it's really hard to fill those lobbies because there isn't a ton of active players. We'll fill the lobby based on queue time also, I think is really, really important. And I think that super great players that are setting their VPN or these certain specific router settings to places like Hawaii, knowing that the player base isn't that high, so COD will fill those lobbies with a mixture of players because it can't have great players queuing for a long time trying to find a good lobby when the player base isn't that high. I hope that kind of makes sense a little bit. But that's kind of how I think it goes. Mind you, I have no idea. It's just a theory that I have. And you can tell when people are dropping PR type games every single day, all day. Great players, by the way. Like, there's very talented players that are still just dropping bomb games. But nobody drops their PR in a good lobby. Like, nobody drops 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 just banger games in good lobbies. Like, there's nobody that drops a 40 and is like, man, that was a sweaty lobby. Like, nah, you're like, man, that was a bot lobby. I don't know how that just happened, but I loved it because it was enjoyable. Like, it's not fun for a streamer to face sweaty people all day. Like, it is very fun once in a while to just have that bot lobby. And it just comes down to the fact of people forcing a bot lobby by these little router tricks and stuff like that, or just COD blessing them somehow, some way to a bot lobby. So it's like they're either getting forced to it by this little router trick and doing fishy stuff for content, which is our job, or you just get blessed with it. And I think a lot of people don't think about it in the content side also, is like, that's our job. I cannot post a 15 kill win in quads against sweaty people. People are like, that was only 15. Like, that just sucks. But seeing like a 40 bomb is awesome, but everybody knows for these 30, 40 bomb games, nobody in the lobby was good, of course. Somehow that happened. So it's like, it's just a literal lose-lose situation that's weird. Sorry guys, the original file got corrupted when I was sending it to my editor, but we're gonna bounce off what I was saying before, as the content thing and all that jazz. And knowing that when you guys see my lobbies and see my videos, that is probably like the one blessing lobby I give for the day of just a bot lobby. And like I say, it's really hard to post those 15 kill games that are pretty often, that happen a lot on stream against sweaty lobbies. Like, that's really not content. The best content to post is those 30, 40, 50 kill games. And everybody knows when people are getting these lobbies and these games, they're not good players in the lobbies. And that is the best content for content creators, is posting those really high kill games. So it comes down to the fact of either just waiting all day for a blessing of those type of lobbies, or like some people are doing, forcing their router settings or reverse boosting or whatever they're doing to force getting these bot lobbies for content. Now, in my opinion, for content, I don't think it's wrong. But when it comes down to content versus a tournament, with these tournaments, I am so against people doing these sneaky things to get these lobbies when everybody else is trying to play on an even playing field. Doing like a router setting to get high kill games just is super, super wrong. And you don't know if they're actually doing it because nobody is admitting to it. Like, it's just like a lose-lose situation, like I say, because if they're doing it for fun, for content, who's to say they aren't doing it for tournaments? And I think it comes down to that. And I was just trying to inform you guys, because a lot of people were very, very confused on the situation and what people were talking about with the router thing and how people are doing it. And I think with skill-based matchmaking, queue times, lobbies, all this stuff is definitely we play an amazing game, but definitely some flaws in the system, and I think that with these flaws are now getting exposed. Thank you guys so much per user for watching this video. We're gonna be dropping more content. I would just wanted to drop this and inform you guys, because I know a lot of people were confused and nobody was really saying anything, so I thought I would drop some knowledge on you guys and some theories that I have and some things that I do know about the situation. So thank you guys again for clicking on the video. Hope you guys have a phenomenal day. I cannot wait to take on 2021 with you guys. Thank you so much.